Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. I'm sitting here drinking my coffee, and I have a question for everyone this morning. I would like to know what y'all would like to talk about on my channel. I want to talk a lot about different ways to heal yourself, understanding what your spirit guides are saying to you, and it never fails the minute I start a video, my nose itches. Maybe that's a sign from my angels. I was going to start like pulling a rune every morning. You know, those little Norse, well, I got them right here. I got my little square ones right here. And I was going to start pulling one every morning. I'm still trying to figure out how to work these kind of runes, because these are dice runes. And each one has, eight runes on it, I guess. Yeah. And I was going to pull one every morning and ask them questions. And the first one I got was Sowilu, which I had to go with because my little flat runes have like disappeared in my house somewhere. And this camper's small. I've looked everywhere and I can't find them. And I'm like, I know nobody would have stolen them. So I remember putting them in something, but I can't find them. And one of my favorite tarot readers, MJ of Soulful Revolution, at one point in one of her readings, she said, you have to learn something new. And I'm thinking that the spirit guides and my angels are messing with me. Or maybe the fairies. They've taken my other runes and they want me to learn how to work these. And I found my book, and I realized, wait, these come with the book. Donald Tyson. So I started reading last night. It's backwards, of course. Rune dice, divination, doing magic, making charms, Donald Tyson. And these came with this. So apparently I have to know how to learn how to work these. So, but I do like the idea of pulling one every day just to see what kind of a day I'm going to have. And there's all kinds of ways of divination out there. And some people say, divination. But, you know, everything you do on those kind of things is connected to you. Your own intuition, your angels, your spirit guides. You know, a lot of times guys don't believe in intuition. So for you guys, your gut feeling. Guys know what gut feeling is. Man, I knew something weird was going down with that. You know, something strange happens with your friends, or you're out somewhere and you get that uneasy feeling and you're like, man, my gut was telling me to do this. Or worst case scenario, run. So I've been trying to figure out what all different kinds of healing things do I want to talk about on my channel. So I would really love to have some comments from some of y'all, things y'all would like to talk about. So in the comments, please put some kind of subject matter in there that you would like to talk about. Now it has to, I'll be positive. I haven't even brushed my hair, guys. I just woke up and said, you know, I went outside, did a little short. I read somewhere in one of my books that depending on the first moon after in November and the time before that, from the first snowfall, you can figure out how bad of a winter it's going to be. And here it's not apparently going to be too bad. So maybe we can talk about some of that stuff. But I really want to talk about healing and stuff. So I would like some subject matters to talk about. I'll be happy to do research, share books. I have my own personal library here. I brought most of it with me from California. From Mississippi, to California. But I gave like 3 totes. You know those totes you see at Dollar General? I gave 3 of those full to one of my granddaughters who's pagan-minded. And her eyes got like this when she came to my house before I was selling my house and getting rid of all my stuff. And her name's Grace. I said, Grace, these are for you. And she's like, oh my God. She was so happy. Grace, if you look at this video, honey, Grandma's got some more to send you. So, but I would like some ideas of things to talk about on healing, because getting input from other people is the best way to do things, I think. Because one of my things that I'm always talking about is we need to help each other. With the economy going down, you know, I mean, you can get food stamps, you can get, you know, different ways to do stuff. But like where I'm at here, there's only so many jobs. I'm trying to find a part-time job because I'm just about out of money. So I've got to take care of myself. My spirit guys are going, no, no, no. I'm going, well, you're not down here actually on this level. Stop, Sky. My cat's trying to mess with I got my phone set up on a I don't have a computer, so my phone's set up on a plate on top of a container here so that it's level, so I can look straight at my camera when I'm recording on my phone. But I would like to know some things y'all would like to talk about. So please, if you know, of course, I would like you to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. But I think, you know, I would like to talk about things y'all would like to talk about. So if y'all can give me some subject matter or something that we can talk about, I'll be more than happy to do some research and and talk about whatever y'all would like to talk about, because I would like to think of this as a round table, so to speak, where we can share ideas and how to help each other. Because folks, you know, with the economy being what it is right now, with the politicians being the way that they are, I'm not going to speak bad about anybody on here, but you know, it's a sad situation for our country right now. And if you live in the United States, you know what I'm talking about. And it's dog eat dog, and it's even getting worse. And with food prices going through just food alone, especially here in North California, I mean, $100 won't even buy you a week's worth of groceries here. In Mississippi, I could have made $100 worth of groceries last for 2 to 3 weeks, seriously, for one person. Here, no. Like a pound of hamburgers, like 1 pound of hamburger at the little Leonard's grocery store down the road is like $15, people. $15 for that's one meal. Okay, Mississippi, I could have made, you know, 1 pound of hamburger. I could make a, you know, have a meal to eat 2 days off of that, making a casserole. So I would like to talk about some things that y'all would like to talk about. And I'm, you know, like I said, I didn't really want to talk bad about the government. I happened to see a little clip this morning as I was going through my phone, and I'm like, King Charles got egged. I tried not to laugh when I saw the video, but where's the Queen Mother, who passed away recently? God rest her soul. She was a good woman. She's a different generation, different social economic, you know, things of what they say and do and what's okay and what's not okay. But somebody actually egged him. And he's from a different generation, but he's having to deal with this generation. And that's gonna have to be a huge thing for that man. Because whereas he comes from this generation, it's already been, he's got grandchildren. So this is now, he's having to deal with 3 generations later because he didn't become king during his generation, if you know what I'm saying. So there's a lot of things, a lot of stress and things going on in other countries. We still have, whether people want to believe it or not, we still have white slavery. We still have, really bad in America here, you've got trolls looking for, you've got traffickers looking for any woman and young children. You know, I mean, the world's just in a horrible state of affairs right now. And it's not just here in America, folks. If you go and look at anything to do with homelessness and stray animals, like I used to like to look at videos from other countries, like Greece, India, Africa, those places don't have places for, they don't have an animal shelter like we do here in America. You don't want your animal anymore, you just turn it loose on the street and it starves to death. They just don't have nothing set in place for that. America we still have a lot of things set up that are wonderful things, but we're at a state now where the government's even more corrupt than it's ever been. And I'm not going to get in all of that, but folks, it's no longer, I mean, you know, they come up and they want you to, you know, vote for them, but then once they get in there, they don't care about us anymore. They just don't. And I'm not saying anything that nobody else knows, and I'm not anti-government. You have to have government and rules in place so people don't go, though they do, like, you know, the killings in the schools where kids just decided, oh, I want my 15 minutes of fame, so I'm going to go kill some people. Well, now you have that on your conscience, and you're in prison, hopefully, if they caught you, if you didn't kill yourself, for the rest of your life. Is that not sad? We just have a lot of things. So I want to talk about healing and pleasant things, and things that help make us a better person every day. Because regardless of what you're going through, somebody needs you. Somebody needs you, whether it's your neighbor down the street that would, you know, that's housebound, that would appreciate you bringing over a hot meal. And I used to do that. I had a gentleman I used to do that for all the time. I'd run errands for him. Half the time he wanted me to go get him beer. But he'd say, here, take my food stamp card and go buy me $100 worth of groceries and get yourself some groceries. And I'd bring him back his receipt, bring him back his food stamp card. He'd put a little gas in my car. And I helped me, but I was helping him too. You know, it's a give and take thing. So there's always somebody out there that you can help. And if you're down in the dumps, or if you've been depressed, go help somebody else. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when you go out and you help somebody else, it will make you feel so much better. And for that day, you will have been a better person. Try to get rid of all the, you know, it's just so easy, especially in wintertime when there's not as much sun, to get depressed. Try to find a reason to be happier today. You know, there's always so much good you can do. Maybe call somebody you haven't talked to in a while. I recently called one of my friends I hadn't talked to in a while. She was like, she was just about bouncing up and down on the other end of the phone going, I'm so glad you called, you know. You never know when you're going to be a light in the darkness for somebody else. So, folks, this is just one of my messages today. This is just an impromptu thing with no I don't even know what the title of this one's going to be. But be a better person today. Find someone to talk to help. Find, get out of yourself. And this is my way of getting out of myself. Especially when I wake up happy, and I get kind of, I'm going back and forth. And I'm older, and it's just harder when you get older. I'm just going to tell you. And I know I have a couple of people on here go, oh, but you're beautiful. Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. My soul is what's beautiful. Because regardless of what I look like on the outside, my soul has learned, grown, become a better person. And I no longer hold anger in my heart for anyone that's hurt me. You have to move past anger, folks. That's another thing. You have to move past anger, and you have to let go of the BS. And I know it can be hard. Matter of fact, there's a way that you can actually, I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but I used to know this little thing, this one friend who had me do is write down anything that's bothering you on a little piece of paper, set it on fire. When it burns, take the ashes, scatter through the wind, say, hey, universe, take this with you, and just throw it to the wind. You may have to do it a few times. Sometimes you can do it once. Depends on how big of a hole it's made in your heart. Me, I don't want to carry on none of that negativity no more. I want to be a happier person every day. I want to be a better person every day. I want to let my light shine for the whole world to see. So that's my message for right now. Lana Scott, be a light in the darkness. Step outside of yourself. Make somebody else happy. Trust me, you will feel 100% better when you do. Lana Scott, Lighthouse.